Thomas tells a lie. The season was chasing on the iron soda, the leaves had begun to change color, and the air was growing crisp. Thomas the Tanker was feeling restless. Summer's almost over, and I haven't had any real fun, and he complained. You're a fussy little urchin, replied Gordon. We're not here to have fun, we're here to work. Well, that didn't make Thomas feel any better. I'd rather be fussy and fun than bossy and boring, he moaned. The next morning, Topperhead calls the Yeses together. We're opening a new website tomorrow, he told them. I need one of you to check the signals on the new line and to see that they all are working properly. Who will volunteer? I will, Thomas piped up. Checking signals wasn't much fun, but it would be better than a big boss around the trade yard. Off you go then, said Topperhead. And be sure to check every signal, Thomas, so this is a first concern. Something about starting new tracks always put Thomas in a good mood. He whistled merrily as he rolled along the new trash line. Checking signals was really useful, he thought. See, this is a first concern. Each time he saw a signal, Thomas made sure that the arm was in the right position. He also checked to see the signal lab was working so it could be seen at night. If the signal arm was down and the lab was red, that meant they saw the tracks ahead. They were hidden substance. Hanging walks. Dangerous curves. And steep hills. Thomas has almost reached the end of the line of the new best line where he saw the sign for a cultivar. There was nothing Thomas loved more than a cultivar. Oh, how he loved to go. If I hurry to go to cultivar now, I could check the rest of the signals later, he told himself, and with that, Thomas turned off and headed into the countryside. The cover was pleasant, there were games and rides and cotton candy, and there were lots of children. Look, it's Thomas, they cried, and went to greet their fair blue ensign. When Thomas got back at the train yard, Topperhead was waiting. You've been gone a long time, Thomas, he said. You must have done a very good job of checking the signals on the new bus line. Yes, sir, he Thomas. And just like that, without thinking about it, Thomas told a lie. He hadn't meant to. He suddenly realized that he'd forgot to go back and finish the job. But how could he tell that to Topperhead? Good, said Topperhead. Then everything is ready for tomorrow's grand opening. Thomas gulped. What if there was trouble? What if one of the work check signals didn't work? I know, told Thomas. I'll go up very carefully tomorrow and go out to check the rest of the signals hotline. The Great Evelyn! That night, Percy was being loaded for his mail run. When a car came into the station, waiting had walked down a sensitive track on the mail route. Percy would have to find a way around. Don't worry, Percy, Thomas smiled. You can take the new bus line. I'll Percy wait for 2 big cars loaded with mail. The rain fell heavily. Each time Percy saw a wheel sitting them, he slowed carefully until he passed the dangerous spot. Then suddenly in the dark, Percy passed another sinner. That was not lie. So he didn't say it was too late. They almost down. For days Percy slammed on his brakes, but the track slippery, and it was dangerous, a very dangerous curve. Oh no, cried Percy. He closed his eyes and then he was best to hold on through the turn. Crash! one of the small cars flew off the tracks and was smashed to bits. Percy shivered with fear from his close call. The next morning, Thomas awoke and sneaked out of his bed. Then he saw Percy returning with the top hat. Percy had a terrible fright, said slowly. He almost derailed because of a signal lamp that didn't work. How could such a thing have happened, Thomas? Oh, sir, I'm so sorry, sir, Thomas muttered, and all came rushing out about the carnival and the children and all how he'd forgotten to go back and finish the job. I'm sorry, I told a lie, said Thomas feebly. I just wanted to be part of the fun. There will be no fun for you for quite some time, said Tophead, stoted. First we'll warn your breast line until you've gone to check every signal of the railway twice. And now every time Thomas has a signal, he checks the trace just to be safe. Gore likes to tease him, fussed Thomas, because he is fussy about signals. He beeps, said Thomas, change the first concern.